Hi everyone, today we're going to discuss the power of inspiration. The other day I was listening to a recording of a speech that had won an international speaking competition. The skill of the speaker was evident in every phrase. He was being judged on the individual skills, and if I had to tick, I'll be ticking on every box with regard to the organization of the speech, the resonance in the voice, the variety in the tone, the pace, the contrast, the use of the rhetorical devices, the facial expressions, the body language, the use of silence, and the power of pause. But there was one box I will not tick. That box is the power of inspiration. The speech was wonderfully competent, but the skills failed to add up to something greater than the individual. It left me cold. The speaker's technique led the delivery. It was a display of brilliance more than a communication. Now let's try to go further deep into it. Inspiration doesn't stem from technique. It comes from an energy within you. A glorious combination of thinking, emotions, feelings, and purpose that creates a nuanced sound. Being born of inner impulse and outer expression, your voice is produced by both a physiological and a psychological process. Change your voice can happen through various routes. First is working with your inner energy. Your voice, it responds best when your internal energy works harmoniously with your physical breath and sound. When you're feeling passionate, your voice wants to respond vigorously. When you're moved to sympathy, your voice wants to express that different energy. When you allow this to happen, your inner feelings are reflected in your outer expressions. We call it the inside-out technique. When your body responds to the inner energy, your communication has an authenticity and an ease that transmits to your listener, energizing your audiences. You yourself feel energized by the process. The opposite is true. If your energy and voice are mismatched, it can create tension and waste a lot of energy. There are some activities that we can do. Before that, let's try to get more awareness. First is finding the state of readiness. State of readiness is normally practiced by all the martial arts. They call it the switching on technique. March around with energy as if you have an important appointment to keep and know exactly where you're going. Look out into the distance as you march. Swing your arms with a sense of freedom. If possible, practice in the open air, in a park or in the countryside. Breathe in the fresh air and stride out. After moving for 2 or 3 minutes, pause for a moment. In the stillness, feel the energy coursing through your veins. Your body has come to a standstill, but every cell of your body is alive. You feel alert. That's the state of readiness. How to transition this to your whole body is the second step. Remember a time when you were determined when you said no to something. Lift your arms and your whole upper body. Make fist of your hands and bring them sharply down at the same time, declaring in a determined voice, no, or I will not. Remember a time when you felt warm and comfortable on your side with utter bliss. Take in the full happy breath of contentment, and as you sigh, let your shoulders sink down with a feeling of pleasure and say, what a beautiful day it is. Stomp up and down for a few moments, feeling impatient while picturing a ticking clock. You're about to miss that deadline. Oh my God. Then stop and speak with all the energy of the moment. It's got to be done now. Now let's talk about how you fill the space, not only in your mind, but also outside. Walk into the center of the room with confidence as if you're about to give a speech. Stand there open, relax, and raise your arms straight out in front of you. Open your arms expansively. Imagine that you're touching the walls at each side of you. Lower your arms and become aware of your body as you stand there. Open your eyes and make a large, slow, upward gesture with your arm to express this feeling. Be your expansive self. Imagine that your chest has wings that open and feel them and begin to fly. This is how we reach to the inner voice. The ability to connect your inner impulse or desire with the action is shared by the best performers in every field. The great tennis shot begins with a desire to put the ball somewhere. This desire connects to the movement of the body. The spark of creativity in the artist turns into the subtle movement of the hand holding by the paint brush. In terms of voice, the spark of desire turns into the muscle movements that produce sound. Your voice reflects your inner world and connects with what is real for you. This connection doesn't require your body to be physically active in any noticeable sense, but inside you're aware of something intensely alive. Your life force is not the same as anyone else's, it is yours and yours alone. Grasping the power of intention along with the inner energy is extremely important to get that power of voice. Intention is the desire or energy that fuels your voice. The inner spark of intention enlivens the breath. Quality of the in-breath determines the sound you make. In order to shout, you take in a quick, energetic breath. To describe a beautiful place, you take in a gentle, slow breath. The breath is as much a part of producing your voice as the sound you make. Particular breaths create particular sounds. The word inspiration itself is made up of in and spirare, which means to breathe, is a Latin phrase. Your in-breath is indeed your inspiration. You never need to put on a voice to be angry. The angry breath produces an angry voice. By contrast, you never need to put on a sympathetic voice. As soon as you feel empathy, your breath softens the sound you make, and if you feel joy, the lively feeling spreading across your chest gives warmth to your voice. This is the power of intention. This is the power of desire. This is the power of inner breath. Thank you so much for listening. In the next episode, we'll be talking more about the power of role playing. Thank you and have a good day.